Hey guys, Digital Lifestyle here, back with another video, and this is from the DFCRC, the Future of Finance, and who they are. The Digital Finance CRC is a cross-industry, multidisciplinary consortium representing some of Australia's biggest industry sectors and leading domestic and international innovators in business and research. The team consists of academics and industry partners that have a proven track record in working in established commercial enterprises, research institutions, universities, and successfully commercializing businesses. The team will enrich with a host of new talent, both academic and industry partnerships, to combine experience with new ideas to build the next generation of entrepreneurs. The DFCRC is being guided by an arbitrary group of eminent research industry leaders and successful entrepreneurs. We will tap into the single biggest economic opportunity available today. I'm going to go over their homepage, if I can get to it. Come on. Right, today we are starting a point of fundamental transformation of the finance industry, and they have a video which I'd love to play you, so let me get to it. Right, let's go back. Right, here it is.
There is a saying, the only constant is change. And right now, the financial world is changing at an extraordinary speed, powered by innovations, new technologies, and new markets. Financial systems underpin every aspect of economic activity, from exploration and mining to how we're going to fund our retirement.
There is no denying digitisation in the connected world has changed everything and is now the engine of economic power. Large new marketplaces are emerging around surprising asset classes. Take, for example, internet search, where every word in the dictionary now has a dollar value and is traded in real time. The English language is now a market with a value that rivals some national stock exchanges.
Exchanges started trading electronically in the late 1980s, which led to an explosion of trading volumes and value. The majority of the infrastructure that underpinned this transformation was pioneered in Australia. 30 years on, the next transformation is upon us. The pace of economic activity will be supercharged again, because this time, the assets themselves are being digitised.
Digitized assets are individual digital objects that represent something of value and include ownership rights to the asset plus all of its associated attributes. They could represent a bar of gold, a barrel of oil, an agricultural crop, or a single panel in a solar farm. New technology components, like blockchain registers, have many ideal properties as stores of digital assets. But according to the Digital Finance CRC bid, this by themselves won't drive the next transformation. A full ecosystem needs to be created to ensure that the next generation economy operates seamlessly and is fair, efficient, and robust.
The Digital Finance CRC is about creating the 4 building blocks that are needed to power the digitized economy. It's about how each individual asset is going to be digitized. It's about how the ownership registry for those assets becomes a transactional centerpiece for trading, and then how decentralized marketplaces will emerge to trade these assets and how they operate. And finally, it's about developing a regulatory framework that provides trust and integrity for this new ecosystem.
The Digital Finance CRC bid is a cross-industry, multidisciplinary consortium representing some of Australia's leading domestic and international innovators in business and research. We will tap into the single biggest economic opportunity available today, but work must begin now. So Australia will be an owner in this revolution, not merely a customer.
So you're hearing it right there. We are actually in a digital age, whether we like it or not. Think back to what the video said. This started happening back in the 1990s. So we have been 1990, over 13 years or so digitizing, commercializing, and getting involved in this digital transformation. It takes, how can I say this without it being cruel? But it takes catastrophes, if you like, or black swan events for people to move into the new digital sphere. Look at what happened with the pandemic. A lot of people were actually using cash less and using more credit cards, etc., etc. I actually find myself much more preferring to use just my card as opposed to using cash and it's nothing to do with the COVID. It's just much more convenient. Yeah, I think the COVID, whether you believe it was planned or not, was a prelude to what was going to happen and how we are transforming. Because if people remember, back in 2019, I think it was September, we're coming up to that point now in the new financial change. What happened then was we had a black swan event, and I think another black swan event is likely to happen. We're already hearing of certain entities and people around the world talking about new strains are coming out. So think about that. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for some and not for others. What I will say to you is this: they look at assets with utility. There are far too many scams in this market. I get posted them on a daily basis, whether it be on Facebook, Twitter, or all those other platforms. The thing is, do your own research. Look at what the IMF and all those other countries are doing in this space and are changing the way finances are coming along. CBDCs are here and they're not going to go away unless people don't adopt them. There may just be central bank digital currencies, which I think the majority of people would rather have them be just for central bank transactions, whilst the general public may be able to transact on something else, which is decentralized, that does not collect data, that does not say to you your money is going to expire at any given time. Given the video that I did yesterday, this is important for people to remember. We're living in the future, and the future can be manipulated and controlled, which we already see. Lots of control going on when it comes to the media and what we're supposed to say and not to say. This is a slow but steady walk into a system that controls humanity on a massive scale. Now, whether that happens or not, I do not know. I cannot tell the future. I do not have a crystal ball. What I would say is this: wake up, smell the coffee, get into assets that are going to change the future. Do your own research. Don't rely on other people to tell you what to do. Do your own research. Yeah? And I'm going to move on to the next one. And this one's really about HSBC and the money laundering scandal. I'm not going to play you the whole video because it's quite long, but I just want you to hear the first few bits of it because it actually, just reveals the fiat system is corrupt. It is it's manipulated on the highest level with banks, governments, etc., etc. So I just want to play you the first few minutes of this.
Over the last decade, the largest international banks have been involved in multiple scandals. One name embodies the excesses of this renegade finance: HSBC.
No matter where you live, no matter what kind of business you are in, if you wish to enter the offshore system, HSBC is likely to be your bank.
Il y a à la fois l'argent de la drogue, à la fois l'argent du terrorisme, à la fois l'argent des diamantaires belges, à la fois l'argent du Gotha, du showbiz.
From Geneva to Hong Kong, from New York to Paris, this financial empire has created a unique network to move dirty money around the world.
HSBC is considered one of the best money laundering institutions globally.
From tax evasion
to money laundering for the mafia and manipulation of currency, HSBC has its hands in a variety of illicit activities.
Affiliated with hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars of U.S. cash.
We are here today to announce the filing of criminal charges against HSBC Bank.
This bank had done everything bad that a bank can possibly do.
Now you understand why that this system is crumbling. It's full of fraud. It's full of scandals. It's not just HSBC that are involved in this, but as you heard earlier on in this video, in the first few minutes, HSBC is considered to be the best at this. Hence, we need a new financial system that transacts equitably, fairly for every single person on the planet, and we're not having that at the moment. What we've got is a bunch of scams, and coming on to scams, I've got another one to show you from, and this is not from a bank, but this is another crypto scam. This one's called acfwealth.pro.org. Please, come on. The title alone speaks volumes. Anyway, I've got it up as on the Scam Advisor, and at the end of the day, it scores one out of 100. Visibility and all that kind of stuff. The normal shebang when it comes to these particular scams. Or these businesses, it was only created 6 days ago, and I'd love to see actually when they said they were created. So I'll go on to their certificate, which is here, and go right over here, and this is what it says. They say they've under Companies Act 2006. This is when this company was created. Come on, this is a scam, okay? Please don't fall for it. Don't get mugged off. We're getting banks doing it. What I'll say to you is this: as above, so below. So you're getting the big conglomerates doing it, and you're going to get in these small little people doing it. What we're seeing right now is a world full of corruption and destruction, if you will, destruction of people's lives and finances, etc., etc. All I have to say to you guys: do your own research. Wake up, smell a coffee. And don't allow yourself to be pulled into these entities that are just going to take your money. Unfortunately, we can't do much about HSBC and people like that until the government does. But at the end of the day, government's in bed with half of these companies anyway. That said, Digitech Lifestyle out. Like and subscribe. I hope to bring you another video tomorrow. And comments welcome. Take care. Bye.